The 10 worst motorcycles of the 1920s. Deathtraps on 2 wheels. Ah, the 1920s. A decade of jazz, prohibition, and some truly horrendous motorcycles. While some bikes from this era were engineering marvels, others were rolling death traps held together by sheer optimism and a prayer. Imagine a motorcycle so unreliable it breaks down before you even start it, or one so uncomfortable that riding it feels like a punishment for past life sins. Today we're counting down the top 10 worst motorcycles of the 1920s, because history isn't just about the greats, it's also about the greats, like the ones these bikes left on their riders. Let's dive in. Number 10. 1929 Raleigh. The Raleigh motorcycle, despite the brand's reputation for quality bicycles, failed to impress in the motorcycle market. The bike's performance was underwhelming, with a weak engine that struggled to provide sufficient power. Additionally, the Raleigh's design felt outdated, lacking the innovation seen in other motorcycles of the era. Riders found the bike to be unreliable, with frequent mechanical issues further diminishing its appeal. As a result, the Raleigh motorcycle quickly faded into obscurity, overshadowed by more successful models. Number 9. 1928 Cotton M25. The Cotton M25 was introduced with a unique frame design, aiming to provide a more comfortable ride. However, the bike's poor build quality and frequent mechanical issues undermined this intention. Riders experienced numerous breakdowns and found the M25 challenging to maintain, with components that were prone to failure. Despite its innovative approach, the Cotton M25's flaws in reliability and build quality made it a less desirable choice for motorcycle enthusiasts of the 1920s. Number 8. 1927 Triumph Model H. The Triumph Model H, also known as the Trusty Triumph, was designed with a focus on reliability. However, by the 1920s, its design had become outdated, and it struggled to keep up with advancements in motorcycle technology. The Model H's lack of innovation and performance left riders disappointed, as it failed to meet the expectations of the era. Additionally, the bike's rigid frame and minimal suspension made for an uncomfortable ride. While the Model H had once been a reliable choice, it quickly became overshadowed by more modern and advanced motorcycles. Have you ever ridden one of these mechanical messes, or known someone who has? Leave us a comment below. Number 7. 1926 AJS Model D. The AJS Model D was intended to be a versatile and reliable motorcycle, but it failed to deliver on both fronts. The bike's handling was poor, making it difficult to control, especially at higher speeds. Additionally, the Model D lacked power, leaving riders feeling underwhelmed by its performance. Frequent mechanical issues further added to the frustration, with owners often facing breakdowns and costly repairs. As a result, the AJS Model D quickly fell out of favor, earning a reputation as one of the less successful motorcycles of the 1920s. Like this video if you've ever pushed your bike more than you've ridden it. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Number 6. 1925 Velocette KSS. The Velocette KSS was designed as a high-performance motorcycle, but it fell short in several areas. Its rigid frame and minimal suspension made for an uncomfortable ride, particularly on rough roads. The KSS also struggled with reliability issues, with frequent breakdowns and mechanical failures. Riders found the bike challenging to maintain, with components that were difficult to access and repair. Despite its intended performance pedigree, the Velocette KSS's flaws in comfort and reliability overshadowed its potential. We're only halfway through and the worst is yet to come. Can you guess which bike from the 20s flopped the hardest? Stay tuned. Number 5. 1924 Norton Big 4. The Norton Big 4 was marketed as a robust and powerful motorcycle, but it quickly gained a reputation for being unreliable. Riders experienced frequent breakdowns, often related to the bike's complex mechanical systems. The Big 4's poor build quality further contributed to its negative image, with components that wore out quickly and required constant maintenance. Despite Norton's efforts to create a strong and capable motorcycle, the Big 4's unreliability and high maintenance needs made it a frustrating choice for many riders. Number 4. 1923 BSA Sloper. The BSA Sloper was introduced with a unique slanted engine design, aiming to stand out in the market. However, this design choice resulted in an uncomfortable riding experience. The bike's rigid frame and poor suspension made for a harsh ride, especially on longer journeys. Additionally, the Sloper suffered from frequent mechanical problems, causing frustration for its owners. Despite its innovative approach, the BSA Sloper's flaws in comfort and reliability made it one of the less desirable motorcycles of the 1920s. Number 3. 1922 Indian Prince. The Indian Prince was intended to be a lightweight, entry-level motorcycle for new riders. Unfortunately, it failed to live up to expectations. The bike's performance was lackluster, with a weak engine that struggled to provide adequate power. Additionally, the design felt outdated even at the time. lacking the innovation seen in other models. Riders found the Prince to be uninspiring and unreliable, with frequent mechanical issues further dampening its appeal. As a result, the Indian Prince quickly fell out of favor among motorcycle enthusiasts. Missing our next video would be a bigger mistake than buying one of these. Hit subscribe! Number 2. 1921 Excelsior Super X. The Excelsior Super X boasted a powerful 45 cubic inch V-twin engine, which should have been a selling point. However, the bike's heavy weight and poor handling turned this power into a liability. Riders struggled to control the Super X, especially at higher speeds, leading to a less than pleasant riding experience. The bike's design also contributed to its instability, making it difficult to maneuver. Despite its potential, the Excelsior Super X's flaws overshadowed its strengths, leaving it with a reputation for being a challenging and unenjoyable ride. This is it! We've reached the biggest disappointment of the 1920s. Number 1. 1920 OK Supreme. The OK Supreme had a promising start with its sporty look and lightweight build. However, it quickly gained a reputation for being notoriously unreliable. Frequent mechanical breakdowns left riders stranded, turning the dream of a smooth ride into a constant source of frustration. The bike's poor quality components led to numerous issues, such as engine failures and electrical problems. Many owners found themselves spending more time repairing the bike than enjoying it on the road. Despite its initial appeal, the OK Supreme's lack of dependability made it one of the least favored motorcycles of its era. And there you have it, 10 motorcycles from the 1920s that made riders question their life choices. If you've ever complained about modern bikes, just remember, at least yours doesn't need a team of mechanics and a witch doctor to get it running. Let us know in the comments which of these was the absolute worst, or if you've ever seen one of these relics in person. And hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, because trust me, you don't want to miss what we've got coming next. See you in the next one.